page 10, the verses on how to live your life for sentient beings. Determined to obtain the greatest possible benefit from all sentient beings who are more precious than a wish-fulfilling jewel, I shall hold them most dear at all times. May I become like a wish-granting jewel, fulfilling all the wishes, and like a wish-granting tree, fulfilling all the hopes of sentient beings. For the sake of accomplishing the two purposes of all sentient beings, without any sense of loss or concern, I give away my body as well as food, clothing, enjoyments, and so on, and even all virtues accumulated over the 3 times. By abandoning and giving away attachment to all, my mind achieves the non-abiding, sorrowless state, the state of omniscient mind. Since I have to give up everything altogether, it is supreme to give it away to the sentient beings. I have given up this body, in pure aggregates, to all beings, as comfortable as possible for them to use. Even if others always kill me, criticize me, beat my body, and so on, let them do whatever they like. Sentient beings play with my body, inflict harm, ridicule, make fun of me. As I have already given it to them, why do I go against this? Let the sentient beings be allowed to do any action that doesn't do harm to them. Whoever encounters me, may it never be meaningless for them. Just by looking at me, anyone who gets angry or has a devotional thought arise, may that mind alone become the cause to accomplish all the welfare of those living beings. Any being who criticizes me, puts down, or anyone who gives harm, like that, even making fun of me behind my back, may all become fortunate to achieve great enlightenment. May I become a saviour for those who lack a saviour, a guide for those who enter the road, a boat, a ship, a bridge, for those who wish to cross over the great river. May I be a park for those seeking a park, a light for those desiring light, bedding for those desiring a place to rest. Sentient beings who desire a servant, may I become a servant of all. May I become like a wish-granting jewel, a wish-fulfilling vase, powerful mantra and great medicine, a wish-fulfilling tree, a wish-granting power for those sentient beings. May I become the earth elements, the earth in the forever boundless sky. May I become the cause of living of the innumerable sentient beings. Like that, towards the realms of sentient beings who equal the limit of the sky, may I become a cause of living always until the non-abiding, sorrowless state is achieved. As long as space exists, as long as sentient beings exist, may I too abide and eliminate the sufferings of sentient beings. Blessing the speech. I take refuge in the 3 jewels. May I become a Buddha to benefit all. I take refuge in the 3 jewels. May I become a Buddha to benefit all. I take refuge in the 3 jewels. May I become a Buddha to benefit all. So firstly, purify the truly existent I into emptiness, as it is empty in reality. Then arises the deity. On your tongue, the syllable R transforms into a moon disk. On top of that appears a white syllable surrounded by white Ali, the vowels, circling clockwise. Red Kali, the consonants, circling counterclockwise. And the blue dependent related heart mantra, circling clockwise. Light beams radiate out from the syllables and the garlands of the mantras, and hook the blessings and power of both mundane and supermundane speech in the form of the 3 mantras, the sublime 7 precious world symbols, and the 8 auspicious signs. As you recite the vowels, visualize that white nectar flows down from the mantra and fills your entire body, completely purifying all the negative karma collected with the body. Om a I I U re re le le e o a so ha. Om a I U re re le le e o a so ha. Om a I U re re le le e o a so ha. As you recite the consonants, visualize that red nectar beams flow down from the mantra and fill your whole body, purifying all the negative karma collected with the speech from beginningless rebirths. Om Akakagana Chachadadanya Tadadadana Tadadadana Papababama Yaralawa Shashasaha Shasoha. Om Kakakagana Chachadadanya Tadadadana Tadadadana Papababama Yaralawa Shashasaha Shasoha. Om Kakakagana Chachadadanya Tadadadana Tadadadana Papababama Yaralawa Shashasaha Shasoha. As you recite the mantra, blue nectar beams flow down from the mantra and fill your whole body, completely purifying all the negative karma collected with your mind. Om ye dhamma hetu prabhava hetu teshan tato gata heyada teshan chayo niroda evam vadi mahashamanaya soha. Om ye dhamma hetu prabhava hetu teshan tato gata heyada teshan chayo niroda evam vadi mahashamanaya soha. Om ye dhamma hetu prabhava hetu teshan tato gata heyada teshan chayo niroda evam vadi mahashamanaya soha. Then the dependent related heart mantra dissolves into the consonants into the vowels into the dissolves into the moon disk, and that transforms into an R syllable, which transforms into pink-coloured nectar, which dissolves into your tongue. And your tongue becomes of indestructible Vajra nature. Nothing can harm, take away, or destroy the power of mantra, such as black foods. Generate very strong faith that all the power and blessings of the speech of all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, sages, yogis, and so on have entered your speech, and that your speech is perfected. Think, I have perfected my speech. The minute that sentient beings hear your speech, it pacifies their emotional and disturbing thoughts, and whatever you say gets actualized. They do what you say. May my tongue have all the courage of the ones gone to bliss. By the power manifesting from these glorified words, may all sentient beings be subdued. Whatever words I say, may all these actions be accomplished instantly. Blessing Mala. Om Ruchara Mani Prabhataya Hum. 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 Om Ruchara Mani Prabhataya Hum.
Om Ruchiramani. Om Ruchiramani Prabhataya Hum. Om Ruchiramani Prabhataya Om Ruchiramani Prabhataya Om Ruchiramani Prabhataya. So does any mantra such increases 10 million and Touch is billion, 100 billion or billion. Touch is billions and billion. Well, anyway, you would know. The billion or 100 billions, this 10 times 100 million is 1 tribune. 10 times 100 million is 1 tribune. 10 times tribune is 3 chimbo, great tribune. 10 times great tribune is 1 territory. So how much? Huh? What? Huh? 100,000 times 1 million. 100,000 times 1 million. Yeah, so yeah, so 10 million tribune, 10 times tribune, 10 chimbo, 10 tribune chimbo is then territory. One territory. So it's not a billion? Huh? What? 100 times of 1 billion. So Chho 10 million, and yeah, Chho is 10 million, and Turkey is 100 million, 100 billion. Okay. Then doesn't finish just by that. Then like that, 100 times. Like that, 1,000 times. So much increase is so powerful. Whatever mantra we're going to recite today after having blessed mala. So yeah, you recite, then you blow out the mala. Om Ruti Ramani. I think here hasn't got correct. Om Ruti Ramani. Ni. Om Ruti Ramani. Bhavatayo. Then after that?
Then after that, the mantra to increase virtue.
Increase what?
Increase
Tree.
virtue.
What?
Mantra to increase virtue. Sambara.
Mantra to increase what?
To increase virtue.
100,000 times. Increase the virtue. Each virtue, whatever we collect, eating, by having recited this mantra, it increases 100,000 times. So, okay, please recite.
Om Sambara Bimanasara Mahajavahu. Om Samara Bimanaskara Mahajavahu. 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 Completely pure stainless light mantra. Nama nawa nawa tenam, tata gata ganganam, deva lokanim, koteni yota shata sahasanim, ombo vori sareni sari mohi gori sali wari soha. Nama nawa nawa tenam, tata gata ganganam, deva lokanim, koteni yoto shata sahasanim, ombo vori sareni sari mohi gori sali wari soha. Nama nawa nawa tenam, tata gata ganganam, deva lokanam, kote ne yoto shata sahasanam, ombo vori sareni sari molgoli salawari soha. Hriyada sawa tata gata hidaya gabe zola dame datu gabe sangharan ayu shosho dana pabasa tata gata samendra ushnishpa vimale vishude soha. Hriyada sawa tata gata hidaya gabe zola dama datu gabe sangharana ayu shosho dana pababa Tata Gata Samendra Ushnishpa Bimale Vishude Soha. Hriyada Sawa Tata Gata Hidaya Gabe Zola Dama Datu Gabe Sangharana Ayu Shoshodaya Paba Sawa Tata Gata Samendra Ushnishpa Bimale Vishude Soha. Chomdende Deshin Shepa Da Chompa Yang Daba Zope Sange Sazin Yelpo La Chat Salo. Chomdende Deshin Shepa Da Chompa Yang Daba Zope Sange Sazin Yelpo La Chat Salo. Chomdende Deshin Shepa Da Chompa Yang Daba Zope Sange Sazin Yelpo La Chat Salo. Chomdende Deshin Shepa Da Chompa Yang Daba Zope Sange Chat Salo. Chomdende Deshin Shepa Da Chompa Yanda Bazobe Sange Zazin Yelpo La Chat Salo. Chomdende Deshin Shepa Da Chompa Yanda Bazobe Sange Yelpo La Chat Salo. Chomdende Deshin Shepa Da Chompa Yanda Bazobe Sange Zazin Yelpo La Chat Salo. Tayata Dare 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 Ni Bende Soha. 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 So anyone who recites the names of this Tathagata and who memorizes the words of this mantra will have all their wishes fulfilled. And the next practice is 35 Buddhas. Should we do the prostrations?
Prostration.
We usually do three rounds now of the 35 Buddhas.
You did?
We haven't done yet, Rinpoche.
No, the time.
We could do later, Rinpoche.
No, if there's time to do procession. There's no time. If there's no time, have breakfast. If there's time to do procession,
It's time.
so then they can then do procession after breakfast. Whatever.
So page 31. The purpose of my life is to free the numberless sentient beings who are the source of all my past, present and future happiness, temporary as well as ultimate happiness, including all the realizations of the path, liberation from samsara and enlightenment, from all the oceans of samsaric suffering, including the causes, delusion and karma. In order to do this, I must achieve full enlightenment. Therefore, I need to actualize the path. Therefore, I need to purify the defilements. If I were now born in hell, it would be so unbearable. Even one tiny fire spark on my body is hundreds of thousands of times hotter than the whole entire fire energy in this world. It is so unbearable that experiencing it for even an instant is like suffering for many eons. I have created numberless causes to be born in the hell realms by creating the 10 non-virtuous actions countless times in this and beginningless past lives. I have created numberless causes to be born in the hell realms by breaking the Pratimoksha vows, by breaking the Bodhisattva vows, and by breaking the Tantric vows countless times in this and beginningless past lives. And I have created numberless causes to be born in the hells by creating the heaviest negative karma in relationship with the holy virtuous friend, which includes harming the holy body, breaking the advice, disturbing the holy mind, having non-devotional thoughts, and rising heresy and anger, which produce the greatest obstacles to achieve realizations and create the greatest suffering. Every single one of these negative actions has 4 suffering results. The ripening result, a rebirth in the lower realms. The possessed result, the type of rebirth I'm born into, when again a human. The result similar to the cause in my experience. And the worst one, the result similar to the cause in my actions, which means that again and again I am driven to create the same negative actions in the future. And so again and again I have to experience the 4 suffering results. In this way, samsara has no end. Not only that, but karma increases. So from even a small negative action can come huge suffering results. And karma is definite to be experienced. So every negative action I have created will definitely bring its result, no matter how long it takes, until it is purified. So from one negative karma, I have to experience the result over and over again for so many hundreds of lifetimes. Understanding this, how can I stand to live life without purifying myself and getting rid of all these negative karmas, just as I would try to get rid of a deadly poison in my body? Not only that, but I am going to die, and death can come even today, any moment. Therefore, I must purify all my negative actions right this second. In order to do that, I'm going to do these prostrations with the practice of confessing downfalls, and I'm going to do this so that I can develop myself in order to work for the happiness of all sentient beings. So visualize in the space in front of you your Guru in the aspect of Shakyamuni Buddha, with thousand-armed Chenrezig at his heart. At the heart of thousand-armed Chenrezig is the syllable Hri, and from this beams of light emanate, forming 6 rows in the space below. At the end of each beam is a throne supported by elephants and adorned with pearls. On each throne is seated a Buddha. In the first row are 6 Buddhas, blue in colour and in the aspect of Akshobhya, with the exception of the 3rd Buddha, King Lord of the Nagas, who has a blue-coloured body and a white head. In the 2nd row there are 7 Buddhas, white in colour and in the aspect of Virachana. In the 3rd row are 7 Buddhas, yellow in colour and in the aspect of Ratnasambhava. In the 4th row are 7 Buddhas, red in colour and in the aspect of Amitabha. In the 5th row there are 7 Buddhas, green in colour and in the aspect of Amoghasiddhi. These are the 35 confession Buddhas. Each one is in the posture of that particular Dhyani Buddha, and in the final row are the medicine Buddhas. Think that each one of these Buddhas is the embodiment of all 3 times 10 directions Buddha, Dharma and Sangha, and all statues, stupas and scriptures. Think they embody all holy objects, whose essence is the Guru. Having complete faith that each one has the power to purify all your negative karmas and imprints accumulated since beginningless time. Now imagine that you emanate numberless bodies, and that as you prostrate, all these bodies prostrate along with you from all directions, covering every atom of the earth. Chomdende de Shinjabada Jombayanda Bazobe Sangerin Jingensa Chatsavo. Chondende de Shinjabada Jombayanda Bazobe Rinchengenzala Chatsavo. Chondende de Shinjabada Jombayanda Bazobe Sangerin Jingenzala Chatsavo. Chondende de Shinjabada Jombayanda Bazobe Rinchengenzala Chatsavo. Chondende de Shinjabada Jombayanda Bas Rinchengenzala Chatsalo. Chondende de Shinjabada Yanda Bazobe Sange Rinchengenzala Chatsalo. Chondende de Shinjabada Jombay Zobe Sange Rinchengenzala Chatsalo. Om Namo Bhagavate Ratnaketu Rajaya Tathagata Arhate Samya Sambuddhaya Jayata O Ratne Ratne Maharatne Ratna Vijaya So Om Namo Bhagavate Ratnaketu Rajaya Tathagata Arhate Samya Sambuddhaya Jayata O Ratne Ratne Maharatne Ratna Vijaya So Om Namo Bhagavate Ratnaketu Rajaya Tathagata Arhate Samya Sambuddhaya Tayata O Ratne Ratne Maharatne Ratna Vijaya So Om Namo Bhagavate Ratnaketu Rajaya Tathagata Arhate Samya Sambuddhaya Tayata Om Ratne Ratne Maharatne Ratna Vijaya So Om Namo Bhagavate Ratnaketu Rajaya Tathagata Arhate Samya Sambuddhaya Tayata O Ratne Ratne Maharatne Ratna Vijaya So Om Namo Bhagavate Ratnaketu Rajaya Tathagata Arhate Samya Sambuddhaya Tayata O Ratne Ratne Maharatne Ratna Vijaya Om Namo Bhagavate Ratnaketu Tathagata Arhate Samya Sambuddhaya Tayata O Ratne Ratna Vijaya Soham. Om Namo Manjushriya Namo Soshriya Namo Tamashriya Soham. Om Namo Manjushriya Namo Soshriya Namo Tamashriya So Om Namo Manjushriya Namo Soshriya Namo Tamashriya So. Homage to the confession of the Bodhisattva's downfalls. I, throughout all times, take refuge in the Guru, I take refuge in the Buddha, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I, throughout all times, take refuge in the Guru, I take refuge in the Buddha, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I, throughout all times, take refuge in the Guru, I take refuge in the Buddha, refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. To the founder, Bhagawan Tathagata, our heart perfectly completed Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni Buddha, I prostrate. To the founder, Bhagawan Tathagata, our heart perfectly completed Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni Buddha, I prostrate. To the founder, Bhagawan Tathagata, our heart perfectly completed Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni Buddha, I prostrate. To the Tathagata, thoroughly destroying with Vajra essence, I prostrate. To Tathagata, thoroughly destroying with Vajra essence, I prostrate. To Tathagata, thoroughly destroying with Vajra essence, I prostrate. To Tathagata, radiant jewel, I prostrate. To Tathagata, radiant jewel, I prostrate. To Tathagata, radiant jewel, I prostrate. To Tathagata, King Lord of the Nagas, I prostrate. To Tathagata, King Lord of the Nagas, I prostrate. To Tathagata, King Lord of the Nagas, I prostrate. To Tathagata, army of heroes, I prostrate. To Tathagata, army of heroes, I prostrate. To Tathagata, army of heroes, I prostrate. To Tathagata, delighted hero, I prostrate. To Tathagata, delighted hero, I prostrate. To Tathagata, delighted hero, I prostrate. To Tathagata, jewel fire, I prostrate. To Tathagata, jewel fire, I prostrate. To Tathagata, jewel fire, I prostrate. To Tathagata, jewel moonlight, I prostrate. To Tathagata, jewel moonlight, I prostrate. To Tathagata, jewel moonlight, I prostrate. To Tathagata, meaningful to see, I prostrate. To Tathagata, meaningful to see, I prostrate. To Tathagata, meaningful to see, I prostrate. To Tathagata jewel moon I prostrate. To Tathagata jewel moon I prostrate. To Tathagata jewel moon I prostrate. To Tathagata stainless one I prostrate. To Tathagata stainless one I prostrate. To Tathagata stainless one I prostrate. To Tathagata bestowed with courage I prostrate. To Tathagata bestowed with courage I prostrate. To Tathagata bestowed with courage I prostrate. To Tathagata pure one I prostrate. To Tathagata pure one I prostrate. To Tathagata pure one I prostrate. To Tathagata bestowed with purity I prostrate. Bestowed with purity I prostrate. To Tathagata bestowed with purity I prostrate. To Tathagata water god I prostrate. To Tathagata water god I prostrate. To Tathagata water god I prostrate. To Tathagata deity of the water god I prostrate. To Tathagata deity of the water god I prostrate. To Tathagata deity of the water god I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious goodness I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious goodness I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious goodness I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious sandalwood I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious sandalwood I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious sandalwood I prostrate. To Tathagata infinite splendor I prostrate. To Tathagata infinite splendor I prostrate. To Tathagata infinite splendor I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious light I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious light I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious light I prostrate. To Tathagata sorrowless glory I prostrate. To Tathagata sorrowless glory I prostrate. To Tathagata sorrowless glory I prostrate. To Tathagata son of non-craving I prostrate. To Tathagata son of non-craving I prostrate. To Tathagata son of non-craving I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious flower I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious flower I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious flower I prostrate. To Tathagata pure light rays clearly knowing by play I prostrate. To Tathagata pure light rays clearly knowing by play I prostrate. To Tathagata pure light rays clearly knowing by play I prostrate. To Tathagata lotus light rays clearly knowing by play I prostrate. To Tathagata lotus light rays clearly knowing by play I prostrate. To Tathagata lotus light rays clearly knowing by play I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious wealth I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious wealth I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious wealth I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious mindfulness I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious mindfulness I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious mindfulness I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious name widely renowned I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious name widely renowned I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious name widely renowned I prostrate. To Tathagata king holding the victory banner of foremost power I prostrate. To Tathagata king holding the victory banner of foremost power I prostrate. To Tathagata king holding the victory banner of foremost power I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious one totally subduing I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious one totally subduing I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious one totally subduing I prostrate. To Tathagata utterly victorious in battle I prostrate. To Tathagata utterly victorious in battle I prostrate. To Tathagata utterly victorious in battle I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious transcendence through subduing I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious transcendence through subduing I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious transcendence through subduing I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious manifestations illuminating all I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious manifestations illuminating all I prostrate. To Tathagata glorious manifestations illuminating all I prostrate. To Tathagata all subduing jewel lotus I prostrate. To Tathagata all subduing jewel lotus I prostrate. To Tathagata all subduing jewel lotus I prostrate. To Tathagata Arhat perfectly complete Buddha, King of the Lord of Mountains, firmly seated on jewel and lotus I prostrate. To Tathagata Arhat perfectly completed Buddha, King of the Lord of Mountains, firmly seated on jewel I prostrate. To Tathagata Arhat perfectly completed Buddha, King of the Lord of Mountains, firmly seated on jewel and lotus I prostrate. To the Bhagawan Tathagata Arhat perfectly completed Buddha, renowned glorious King of excellent signs I prostrate. To the Bhagawan Tathagata Arhat perfectly completed Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill adorned with jewel, moon and lotus I prostrate. To the Bhagawan Tathagata Arhat perfectly completed Buddha, stainless excellent gold, illuminating jewel who accomplishes all conduct I prostrate. To the Bhagawan Tathagata Arhat perfectly completed Buddha, glorious supreme one free from sorrow I prostrate. To the Bhagawan Tathagata Arhat perfectly completed Buddha, melodious ocean of proclaimed Dharma I prostrate. To the Bhagawan Tathagata Arhat perfectly completed Buddha, clearly knowing by the play of supreme wisdom the notion of Dharma I prostrate. To the Bhagawan Tathagata Arhat perfectly completed Buddha, medicine guru, king of lapis lazuli light I prostrate. All you 35 Buddhas and others, as many Tathagatas, Arhats, perfectly completed Buddhas, as there are existing, sustaining and residing in all the world systems of the 10 directions, all you Buddha Bhagawans, please pay attention to me. In this life and in all the states of rebirth in which I have circled in samsara throughout beginningless lives, Whatever negative actions I have created, made others create, or rejoiced in the creation of. Whatever possessions of stupas, possessions of the Sangha, or possessions of the Sangha of the 10 directions that I have appropriated, made others appropriate, or rejoiced in the appropriation of. Whichever among the 5 actions of immediate retribution I have done, caused to be done, or rejoiced in the doing of. Whichever paths of the 10 non-virtuous actions I have engaged in, caused others to engage in, or rejoiced in engaging in. Whatever I have created, being obscured by these karmas, causing me and of sentient beings to be born, in the hell realms, in the animal realms, in the preta realms, in irreligious countries, as barbarians, as long-lived gods, with imperfect faculties, holding wrong views, and not being pleased with the Buddha's descent. In the presence of the Buddha Bhagawans, who are transcendental wisdom, who are eyes, who are witnesses, who are valid, and who see with omniscient consciousness, I am admitting and confessing all these negativities. I will not conceal them nor hide them, and from now on in the future, I will abstain and refrain from committing them again. All Buddha Bhagawans, please pay attention to me. In this life and in the other states of rebirth, in which I have circled in samsara throughout meaningless lives, whatever roots of virtue I have created by generosity, even as little as giving just one mouthful of food to a being born in the animal realm, whatever root of virtue I have created by guarding morality, whatever roots of virtue I have created by following pure conduct, whatever roots of virtue I have created by fully rightening sentient beings, whatever roots of virtue I have created by generating bodhicitta, and whatever roots of virtue I have created by my unsurpassed transcendental wisdom, all these assembled and gathered, combined together, I fully dedicate to the unsurpassed, the unexcelled, that higher than the high, that superior to the superior. Thus I completely dedicate to the highest, perfectly completed enlightenment, just as the previous Buddha Bhagawans have fully dedicated, just as the future Buddha Bhagawans will fully dedicate, and just as the presently abiding Buddha Bhagawans are fully dedicating, like that I too dedicate fully. I confess all negativities individually. I rejoice in all the merits. I urge and implore all the Buddhas to grant my request. May I receive the highest, most sublime transcendental wisdom. To the conquerors, the best of humans, those who are living in the present time, those who have lived in the past, and those who will likewise come, to all those who have qualities as vast as an infinite ocean, with hands folded, I approach for refuge. And 45, the visualization at the end of the confession prayer. So we'll do the general confession on page 44. So as we confess each of the negative actions contained in this prayer, think to yourself that you have created this negative action not just once but countless times in this and beginningless lives. Whether you remember it or not, generate very strong regret. The stronger the regret, the greater the purification. Uhola. O great Guru Vajradhara, all other Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who abide in the 10 directions, and all the Venerable Sangha, please pay attention to me. I who am named, circling in cyclic existence since beginningless time until the present, overpowered by mental afflictions such as attachment, aversion and ignorance, by means of body, speech and mind, have created the 10 non-virtuous actions. I have engaged in the 5 uninterrupted negative karmas, and the 5 nearing uninterrupted negative karmas. I have transgressed the vows of individual liberation, transgressed the vows of bodhisattvas, and transgressed the samaya of secret mantra. I have been disrespectful to my parents, have been disrespectful to my Vajra masters and to my abbot, and have been disrespectful to my spiritual friends living in ordination. I have committed actions harmful to the 3 jewels, avoided the holy Dharma, criticized the Arya Sangha, harmed sentient beings, and so on. These and many other non-virtuous negative actions I have done, have caused others to do, and have rejoiced in others' doing, and so forth. In the presence of the great Guru Vajradhara, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who abide in the 10 directions, and all Sangha, I admit this entire collection of faults and transgressions that are obstacles to my own higher rebirth and liberation, and are causes of cyclic existence and miserable lower rebirths. I will not conceal them, I accept them as negative. I promise to refrain from doing these actions again in the future. By confessing and acknowledging them, I will obtain abiding happiness, while by not confessing and acknowledging them, true happiness will not come. Think that through the force of reciting the names of the 35 Buddhas of confession and the medicine Buddhas, through the power of their pure prayers and vows, through the power of generating regret and the other opponent forces, and through the power of having made these prostrations, nectars and light rays descend from the holy bodies of the Buddhas, completely purifying all negative karmas, defilements and imprints collected on your mental continuum since beginningless time. Generate strong faith that your mind has become completely pure. In emptiness, there is no I, the creator of negative actions. In emptiness, there is no creating of negative actions. In emptiness, there are no negative actions created. Even though there are infinite phenomena, in emptiness nothing exists at all. There is no this and that, no me and you, nothing. In emptiness everything is one taste. And from this emptiness everything comes into existence. Whatever exists is the manifestation of emptiness. Due to all the 3-time merits accumulated by myself, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and all sentient beings, which are completely empty of existing from their own side, may the I, which is completely empty of existing from its own side, quickly achieve the state of full enlightenment, which is completely empty of existing from its own side, in order to lead all sentient beings who are completely empty of existing from their own side to that state by myself alone, who is completely empty of existing from its own side. Due to all the 3-time merits accumulated by myself, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and all sentient beings, may the precious, supreme, enlightened thought bodhicitta, letting go of self and cherishing others, which is the source of all success and happiness for myself and all sentient beings, immediately be generated within my mind and within the minds of all sentient beings. May which has already been generated never decline, but increase more and more.
Can you repeat the dedication? The Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, what?
3-time merits accumulated by myself, due to the 3-time merits accumulated by myself, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and all sentient beings, may the precious supreme enlightened thought, bodhicitta, letting go of self and cherishing others.
What? Buddha, Bodhisattvas, what?
And all sentient beings.
Then what? After that?
May the precious supreme enlightened thought, bodhicitta, letting go of self and cherishing others.
Yeah. What? This is the first one. This one. You're reading this one, huh?
The second verse on page 46.
Just yeah. So what I do is that 3-time merits collected by oneself, and then 3-time merits collected by numberless sentient beings. Then 3-time merits collected by. Of course, you can say 3-time merits in just one time, but collected by 3-time merits. I don't say that part of Bodhisattva because Bodhisattva is included among the sentient beings. So, if you say, well, that's okay. Bodhisattvas are included in their Bodhisattvas are sentient beings. So they are, when you say 3-time merits included, 3-time merits collected by Bodhisattva, that includes Bodhisattva already. So then you say Buddhas. 3-time merits collected by Buddhas. So I don't, so like that, I don't say Bodhisattvas. But when you rejoice, first rejoicing your own merits from beginningless rebirth, now present. I mean the future, 3. So 3-time merits like that collected by numberless sentient beings. So that includes Bodhisattvas. That includes Bodhisattvas. Bodhisattvas are sentient beings. So then after that, Buddhas. The reason I bring again Bodhisattva is because, as I said, even just breathing in and out, just living, living breath in and out, even with that, even with each one, collects perhaps more than skies or merits. Is living the life for sentient, only for sentient beings, not a slightest for self. Only for sentient beings, not as slightest for self. So I'm sure that breathing collect merits more than sky. So because there's so much merit collected, Bodhisattvas unbelievable. So therefore I bring up Bodhisattva again. Then along with the Buddhas, then you rejoice the 3-time merit. But yeah, otherwise, yeah. when you say Buddha, Bodhisattva, that sentient beings, that sounds like Bodhisattvas are not sentient beings. It may sound, some people may think it that way. So better not to mention Bodhisattva. So it's already included sentient being. Yeah, also mentioned above, due to all the system made created by myself, all the Buddhas, is now to finish, now breakfast, or still some minutes?
Usually now we begin Guru Puja and do the first section before breakfast.
So you couldn't Guru Puja, okay. Just the Omshiyata Savata, the City of Droden, the Kavasam, the Papa, Sato, some of the Vishnu Bimlista. So that's I found a book from Tibet. One book from Tibet, there's many mantras and, how to help the time people and many different things. So that book has the mantra, the benefits. Share the Savadar, the Droden, Sang outside the Baba, Savadar, the Bemal Bish, yes, that book has, but I was going to ask in Tibet, the group who met this book, because the Rudin should the Singapore nun, what's her name? The Jung. So she's very good in watching the kangaroo in our computer. So she said she could not find that mantra. Only the different beginning she had that, only that one. So I saw that for many years ago. So that was put in English. So it has unbelievable benefit. The difference is Shieda, that's all. No, there's another mantra, Treda, Savadagada, there. The Damadukar, such the Baba, that, I think, that is in the Kanjur, that's in the Kanjur, and yeah, that is the Kanjur. But the Shieda, she looked in all the Kanjurs, she could not find. The only difference is Shieda, she, Teata. I don't know, this one is she, Shieda, she, Teata. The only one syllable difference, only she. So, I need to check the organization in Tibet who produced the book. It's a book that, it's a book that some learned Lama, very high learned Lamas put together to help the dead, to help the sick people, how to help the others, and help the dead people die. And so some very high learned Lama put together this book to help the the young Lamas or who have to do things for others. So to help to educate them. So I was going to ask, check with them, see what they say, from which book they got that mention. So, but anyway, Trada, Samadaka, the Shia, Tamadu, Gabe, San, and such the Baba, Sadaka, the Bemili, so that has two benefits. But it is an unbelievable benefit it has. Two major benefits. One is the purifying tamanga, the incredible heavy nigama. I mean, the heaviest nigama is brought somebody with the guru or, nigama with the guru. That's the heaviest. Then tamanga. Because when the great Samaj even you broke, even you received even you collected marriage, even you collected tamanga, but still can achieve enlightenment. But once if one did mistakes in regards to devoting for a friend, then it's very difficult. I think, achieving enlightenment this life is not possible. And then samanga so heavy in the grammar, but still possible to achieve enlightenment. So samanga, so without break of not alive, some break, some is break, is negative. Without break, not alive. So the negative karma, there's some other negative karma, but they kill the father, mother of this life, kill Arhat, and cause blood, cause disunity among the Sanghas, taking blood from the Buddha, taking out the blood from Buddha. Any of these, or even 5 of these, if one is committed, so still can achieve enlightenment, still can be purified. But the Guru, then the mistakes, having made mistakes in devoting word to friend, then the most heavy. The karma so can't achieve enlightenment this life. That's kind of difficult to even. What is mentioned, 3 lifetimes you can achieve enlightenment by having received great initiation. Next life, if not this life, next life, within 3 lifetimes can achieve enlightenment. Within 7 lifetimes you can achieve enlightenment. Definitely you can achieve enlightenment within 16 lifetimes. So like that mentioned by having received great initiation and even what did not actualize, did not meditate on the path, tantric path. So it's a benefit, still the benefits like that can definitely achieve enlightenment in the near future. So Trada, that's found one kanju there. So forever powerful. So it by reciting that mantra, it purifies those 5 tamanga, 5 negative karma, heavy negative karma, without breaking another life. So, because it's so heavy, even though you have so many other good karmas or negative karmas, but this negative karma, if it's done, even not all 5, even just 1, so it's so heavy. So what happens is soon you die, and then you see it doesn't allow other negative karmas to be experienced, other lighter negative karmas or virtues or lighter, even other negative karmas doesn't allow to experience. Yeah. So I don't know. Through intermediate stage, I don't know. Maybe a few seconds in the intermediate stage, I'm not sure how long, but so instead you get reborn in the lowest to hot hell realm. An inexhaustible hell realm. Inexhaustible hell realm. And duration is definitely one intermediate eon. That's the length of their life. Duration, how long you experience that suffering. So you can't tell a sentient being suffering because your body is like a log of tree. One is with a fire, log of tree, one is with fire like that, only because of screaming. Only because you can hear noise screaming. So by that, then you can, by that is a sentient being. But just from shape you can't recognize a sentient being. So on total one is with fire, red, completely one is with red color, fire. So most unbelievable, heaviest suffering, the heaviest suffering. So one day intermediate, even so unbelievable length of time, then your karma is still not finished. Even this world ends. Even this world, there's one great eon text for evolution, from the devil realms, and then goes down to the last one to the hell. So the relating to the earth, and then the ending, the diminishing, ending the world. So that takes one great, existing one great eon, diminishing that ending takes one great eon, and then one great eon where the world ended, totally empty, nothing here, no solid things. So one great eon. So is mentioned like that. That's general. How change happens. So even a world ends, but your karma is not finished. But you saw what will happen, so you get reborn another universe, another world, hell. Another world. Until you finish the karma. So it's like that. So the Savadagata purifies completely this heavy negative karma. And then the other thing is that the other benefit is consecrate. It is said in the Kanjur by Buddha, is the mantra your master said when you bless, when you consecrate things. And it says, even though you do other prayers consecrating, it says that is really not much consecrating. But this mantra, recite this mantra, is a consecrating. That's real. So all the Buddhas, if I may be consecrating this bell, so by reciting this mantra, all the Buddhas abide, their wisdom abide abide with this bell. Then at the end, there's a prayer. There's also 지심에다 추단을 르는 가와지버도 지심에다 추단을 르는 가와지버도 섬제 군제 돈이 좀 되겠네 싶어서 please abide the Bhagavan the destroy qualified going beyond abide with this until our world ends. That means the short ways ends the four elements the ending eon until four elements end, until this eon happens. So please abide. So there's two different prayers we recite at the end, so that, to abide this and then give common, sublime realization to the sentiments, so things like that. So this very powerful mantra for consecration. So if you don't know whatever prayers, this mantra you recite, statue, rock, tree, anything, you recite this mantra, then all the merit filled, all the wisdom comes there. The wisdom comes there and apart the object. So, so there's mantra a little bit different, but sky, blessing the sky, blessing the ocean. There's also a mantra that. So in America, we were one time driving going to Geshe Soba's J Park, the teaching to take the course. And so we were driving going by car through Salt Lake. So there's a Gomorrah, which is Gomorrah to past life. I took some initiation teaching. So he was aspect monk. Then later, then he was giving Ganjur teachings room. Then as obstacle, then to the aspect. So then changes life, and then the lay aspect, and then so he had two daughters. So he was reincarnated to the young daughter in Salt Lake. So I go to see them, and so stop there. So what is called the place where the mountains and North Salt Lake, near Salt Lake, the mountains. There was a mountain that people can see the big rock. So I recite this mantra to. I don't think it's not a mountain where people go on top, but just you see nearby. So, so you can consecrate, recite the mantra, and then you can go around. Do that. So anyway, I think it is that because even by seeing it, I don't remember the benefits, but even by seeing benefits, I don't remember. But I did that. But there's a blessing ocean, blessing sky, so a little bit different. Mental like this, but it's not different. So anyway, this best mantra, very powerful to bless this So I do this when there's, you recite 3 times and then, then, do the, at the end you do the prayer. So that's okay. So that's, then, I mean, when there's no time, then the time you can do a longer prayer, There's a Ramneta Toma, is I think maybe 7 days, or so you do sessions and a lot of offerings, and you do sessions 7 days. Then you do end the fire puja at the end. So then that's the most elaborate one. Then I think basically to create a lot of good karma, the benefit of the monastery, whoever is. So it's a method, Then Rana Tatoma, then there's a that's Ramna Gilate Semper. Ramna Gilate Semper is like that. Then Tatoma is 2 hours or 1.5 hours, something like sadhana, yamatasana, whether you do short or long. So then there's this, the one takes 2 hours or 2.5, 1.5 or something like that. So that then of course then the short, very short consecration with the 7 outlines. So the 7 outlines with the character and all this, offering baths, and there are 7 outlines. Then there were other short ones. But however, this mantra is most important. It is mentioned, the Kanjur. If you chant this is other prayers, and this is not so much this one. It's very important. So, so that. So after asking, I had to find out. I was thinking about through Sean monk, then contacted Tibet, and from which text that went. But she could not find the Kanju. Not like that too. I'm sure there must be some text. So this book is said by great, I don't remember, but by great Lama who has great knowledge. So it's not some stupid person. It's a great Lama made the book to young Lamas how to help others. So it wouldn't be just without knowing, kind of put like that. It shouldn't be like that. It wouldn't be like that. So, okay. Now breakfast. Huh? Okay. 7:30 is breakfast. Huh? Okay. Okay, now that's right. Yeah. Okay, that'll finish. Thank you.